Hey guys, in this video we are going to build one simple Python project which is a Hangman project, and it's actually a word guessing game. And by building this project we will be able to enhance our programming skills, and this project is for absolute beginners who is just getting started in Python, and before moving on to the advanced concepts or moving to learn any framework, they can do this one of the projects, and they can enhance their coding skills. So without further delay, I will show you what we are actually going to build by executing that file, and then after that we will jump in and build the project from scratch. So let me first run the script first. And the Hangman is actually a classic word guessing game. And in the terminal you see, right, there's a one word and that is hidden, and you have to guess the word within a six attempts, and each time you have to give one letter of a letter for it. And if the letter is present in the word, it will get updated in that blank spaces, and after that it will again give you what are all the letters that are missing in the after the updated letter. What I mean is, like, if I'm entering some guess, like maybe yes, so that the S letter is not in the word, which was, actually the word that we need to guess. So now the attempt is reduced from the six attempts, it becomes a five attempts. Now, if I'm, going for C, it's also not there, and maybe O, yeah, O is there. I think maybe it's, let's try, it's not there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So I think the word is developer. Yeah, yeah. So you see, right, when the code gets executed, first it actually guessed a word, and it asked us to guess the word by entering some letter. And by entering a letter, it will actually check if the letter is already present in that word, and based on that, it will get updated in the blanks, and then it will show us the updated fields. And based on that, we will decide which word we have to guess next. So, and also we have the attempts, six attempts. If we exceed the attempts, then it will, you know, uh, terminate the program and show us that you have exceeded the attempts, and uh, it will also show the word. So let's start the developing the project from scratch. So this is what the project is all about. So let me clear the file and start from scratch. Okay, yeah. Let's import the random module. The reason we are importing a random module is, like, we will give the list of words, and using the random module the program will pick one word from that word list. So what I mean is, like, we will have one word list, and it will have a list of words. Maybe I will select six words, or car. Anything which you like more number of words makes the game more interesting. So you can give a number of words. Right now I'm okay with a five word list. This is purely for explaining to you, right? So when you code on your own, you can add a number of words you want. So we have our word list. So what we are going to do next is, like, we are going to pick one word out of this list as a random. So for that, what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to create one variable word, and I'm going to use the help of random module with a choice method, and I'm going to pass the word list. So what this will do is, like, this will pick a word from that list randomly, and it will assign it to the word variable. So let's test this first, and just to make sure if this is picking randomly or not, just to show you. Okay, first time we got car, apple, motorcycle. Yeah, it's picking randomly. Okay, now we are good with our first step. And now what we have to do next is that, so we know the word now. I mean, uh, the program has decided a word randomly from that word list. Now, to show that to the user, to that terminal, we have to hide the letters and show only the blanks, right? So for that, what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to create one variable, guessed word, and that will simply have the underscores, and and the length. So now the word selection is completely random. We don't know what word that a program is going to pick, but we know the length of the word, right? So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to uh, use the length of the word to form that underscores. So this will give us the number of underscores. So let me show you the both the word and guessed word. So if I execute now, you see apple. Apple is of 5 characters, and we have 5 underscores as a guessed word variable. And if I execute again, yeah, now you see car. Car is chosen as a random word from that word list, and it is having 3 characters. And now we have the guessed word which is having a 3 underscore for it. So this is basically to show it to the user at the terminal, so that the user will know that these many character is there in the word, and we have to guess these many characters. So I hope you have understood this. And now what we are going to do is like we are going to have one guessed letter variable. This is a type of set. The reason is that some words will have repeated characters. For example, if you take apple, apple is having two p characters in it. So when the user is entering p character, I mean p letter in that as a guess, we have to fill both the places, not the first or second places. So it should be a list, right? So if they are entering a character which is present, when entering a letter which is present in that word multiple times, we have to fill all the places, not just a single place. So for that, we are using that guest letter as a type of set. Keep this as of now. When once we start to build this project, and once we reaches that level, you will have more understanding in it. And the next is like the attempts. So we said we will have a 6 attempts, right? Yeah, we will give it as 6. And then yeah, these are the initial declaration that we are doing, like creating the word list and guessing the word from that word list, and then we are creating variables for guessed word and letter and attempts. Now we will have some simple print message to welcome the user, and then we will show the uh, you know guessed word, and then we will also show how many return attempts the user is having. For that, I'm using f string. Okay, so if I execute now, yeah. So you see a nice user message is printed in the terminal, like welcome to Hangman, and the guessed word, the word that we need to guess, filled in the underscore as a blanks, and then also it is showing how many attempts that we have within the attempts that we have to guess the word, right? So initial setup is done. So this is what initial setup is all about. Now, moving on, we are going into the actual game part. So you know we know that the attempt is 6 times, and within that attempts we have to do the guess. So obviously it is clear that we have to use the loop concept here, but there is a catch here. So if we use for loop within the 6 attempts, I mean for loop will execute only 6 times, right? So there is a possibility that the user can enter both positive and as well as negative. So if it is a negative, we can it will execute within the 6 times, but if it is a positive, we have to make the user to continue the loop, not the actual execution. So what I mean is like in this scenario, while loop is the correct pick for it. The reason is that we have to reduce the attempts only when the user is entering the incorrect letter. I mean, the letter is not there in the word, not in the positive scenario. If they are entering some letter which is there in the word, we have to continue the loop, not the reduce the attempts. So that's why while loop is the correct pick for this. While attempts greater than 0, then we are proceeding with the game. And now what we are going to do is like we are going to get a letter from user. It should be an input, and a message gets a letter, and we will get that as a lower. And now we are getting a letter from the user, right? Now we have to check if that letter, the guess, is there in the word. So what I'm going to do is like if let me rename this letter first, because otherwise it will be, confusing. I will name it as guess if that guess is in word. If it is there, then what I'm going to do is like I'm going to use one for loop, because we need to know that if the guess is there in the word and also its index position. So what I mean is like index and letter in, I'm going to use enumerate function for it, because enumerate function will give return me an index position and as well as the letter. So that's why I'm using enumerate. So if yes is matching with the letter, then what I'm going to do is like I'm going to simply update that index position in the guessed word, because that's what we need to update, right? We don't need to show the entire word. We just only show that the updated letters if the letter is there in the word. So for that, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to update the guessed letter with the index position, and I'm going to update with the guess. So now after this, maybe we'll have uh, you know, a nice user message. So if in case if that yes is not in the word, now that's when we have to reduce the attempts, right? So for that, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to simply reduce that attempts to uh, -1, and then we'll have a message with also we will show the new attempts, because we are anyways we are reducing one attempts, so now this will get updated. So we will show that and remaining attempts to the user as well. I will use the f string, and then we will also have one condition. So if there is no underscore in the guessed word, which means the word is completely filled. I mean, we guessed all the letters in that word and we have updated the guessed word. So there is no underscore means we have guessed the word. So that's what it means. So this is the final check that we are doing. If there is a uh, underscore, no underscore, sorry, I think if underscore not in guessed word, yeah. So if there is no underscore in the guessed word, which means we have completely guessed the word. So for that, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to print you guessed. I will use the f string again. Okay, and then I need to break the loop, because once we guess the word, there is no need for continuing with the game loop. So that's why I'm breaking. And as a final, if in case if the while loop is terminating normally, not abnormally, if there is a break, which means that while loop is terminated abnormally, we are forcing the loop to come out of it. We are forcing that while loop to break. But in case if the user is using all the attempts and then this attempt condition, this condition getting is false, so then at that time the program will automatically come out of this loop, right? Then this else block will execute. So what does it mean is like the user has used all the attempts and he didn't guess the word. So in that such case, what we'll do is like we will print a message. Uh, Sorry, you didn't guess the word. I'll put the string here. So now there is a one more thing that you need to do. That the guest letter. That this is what we discussed, right? Reason why we are using guest letter is, let's assume that the word is banana, and if the user in the very first execution, very first attempt, the user has entered B. in the second attempt, he's again entering the B. So there the word is already guessed. But if he is entering B again, now with the current written logic, it will reduce the, it will not reduce, but it will make the user to uh, enter again and again again. There is a completely user friendly aspect here. Like if the word is already there, we are just simply informing the user that, hey, you have already entered this word, why you are entering again, please try with it some new letter. So that's what the reason is. Like if the word, if the guess in guessed letter, then what we are doing is like we are simply printing that you have already guessed. Sorry, guessed the letter, and I will show the letter 2 for with some message. Please try another. Okay, and then I will continue the execution. So in case if that guess is already there in the guessed letter, I will not. There is no need for going with it, executing these logics. I will simply put a continue here, which will take the loop to that new loop execution. So if not, I'll simply add that letter to guessed letter, which is a set actually. So yeah, so this is it. That's it. Like we have written all the logics. So let's try now. Let's try executing the script. Yeah, simple. Since I know the words, so I can easily guess at okay, set object. Okay, guessed letter. This needs to be guessed word. There is a mistake here. Okay, sorry. So let's try now. Okay, you have a 6 attempts remaining. 5 word, maybe an apple. Okay, string object does not support item assignment. Okay, guessed word is actually a string. Okay, so there is a problem here. No worries, we will fix it. Think this is a string, but what we are trying to do is like, string is immutable. So there is a, thing here. I think maybe we can make this as a list. That will do for us. Let's try. Anyway, let's try. Okay. Every time we are joining means we are making a string, so that will work. Okay, I think here also I missed something. Nice guess, and then I have to print again, right? Here, in both these cases, both in positive cases and negative cases, we have to display, I mean, we have to print the updated guessed word. So that I missed. So let me, uh, you know, print it, guessed word. So I think we have done all the things. So there was a problem with the guessed word, which was actually a string before. So since string is immutable, so here it failed because we tried to access that index position and we are trying to update that index position element. But that is not possible with string. So what we did is we changed that to list. And when for each time to print for printing that guessed word, we used to join to print that list as a string. And one more thing we missed to print is that final, not the final, the updated guessed word. Each time it executes the game loop, we have to show what we actually guessed and what they are, what are remaining to update. So that's what we missed, and now we have updated. Let's try now. Okay. Uh, let's try K incorrect as okay. Let's try the incorrect button. I mean the negative scenario. I guessed K already, so that's why it's showing. Please try another letter. But you noticed, right? For this, uh, again, I enter the same letter, but this time the attempt is not reduced. So that's why we introduced the guest letter. I mean the guest letter as a set, and we are updating in the game loop because we don't want that the again entering letter to reduce the attempt. So this is absolutely for improving that user experience. So that's why H incorrect and I'm just entering incorrect letters for testing the negative scenario. Now let's test. Yeah, sorry, you didn't guess the word banana. So banana is the word that we need to guess. So anyway, the negative scenario is working fine. Now let's test the positive scenario. Maybe banana again. Oh yeah, Indian. Yeah, nice job. You guessed the word. So yeah, that's it. This is how you need to build Hangman project. You can make changes whatever the way you want. You can add few more words here, and you can handle negative scenarios, or you can take this game and I mean take this code and you can build the user interface project as well. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have liked the the video, and if you have enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and also subscribe. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.